Are you guys biologically related?
No.
Not biologically related. Safe to say you guys are best friends?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you guys meet? Do you remember the first time you guys met?
Yeah.
How old were you? Maybe where you were at? That sort of thing. Good. Take us back to that moment. Paint that picture for us.
I met Kaya when I was 16. She hit me up one day on Snapchat, and she was like, you pretty, you want to link and all that. So we linked up or whatever. She came and got me one day, and then I stayed the night with her. And then after that, we were just like this.
When you say, and I just want some clarification, when you say stay the night, like a sexual thing? Or just like a friendly type of thing?
No, just friendly. Like, we just had a sleepover, like, we made chilies. Because I wasn't doing nothing that night anyway, so I was like, fuck it, like, I mean.
Because sometimes people, when they say, let's link up, that, is that a date type of thing? Or is that like, oh, we're just hanging out?
No, I just didn't have no friends. And I was by myself for it, so.
So you guys met up and it was an instant connection? Like you guys just instantly kicked it off, it was good vibes?
Yeah. It was like we already knew each other for like mad years, so.
Were you guys going to the same school?
No. Well, we went to East Millbrook together, but we never like. She was always in a higher grade than me, like.
Oh, okay. So you never had a class with each other, but you were in the same school.
Yeah.
This was before you guys had linked up. You guys, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So you had seen her in school before, that type of thing?
No, like she was. I don't know. Like when I was in 6th grade, she was in 9th grade in high school.
No, I was in 8th grade. Wait.
Yeah.
In 9th grade?
Yeah. Because when I was in 6th grade, you weren't in 8th grade.
I wasn't there no more.
You was in 9th.
So you didn't know you guys were in the same school? Found out after you linked?
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
I didn't know you went to East Millbrook. She was like, yeah.
Now, the name, the group name, how did that come about? How did that originate? Whose idea was that?
It was kind of like both our ideas.
We just some bad bitches, so.
Yeah. It stands for Bad Bitches Only, so.
Now, were you guys both, and take us back to, okay, so you guys first meet. Were you guys rapping at the time? Even on solo accounts, were you guys rapping back then at 16?
No, I wasn't.
I was 18. I had just got in the studio, like, for the first time. Around the time we met, like, I just made my first song or whatever. But I've been writing and shit, though.
So you were already musically doing something you were not?
But I've been in chorus, like, since I was, like, in middle school.
Okay.
Like, my mom always made me take that class. But I never really, like, gotten on, like, booth or nothing like that.
Weren't really rapping? Okay, so whose idea then was it to become this situation together? Because you weren't really rapping, you were. How did that happen?
When we moved to Atlanta, like, everybody was rapping around me, like, so one day I just wanted to make a song, so.
That's when we made 1K.
Yeah.
Now, when you did that, were you just thinking solo? A solo artist type of thing? Or was it, okay, you're making this song, let's make this a group effort?
I mean, I was just really thinking both, like, I can do my own stuff. But I was really thinking, like, do it together, though.
I see. So, okay, whose idea then was it, let's make this a serious situation? Who brought it to who? Was it a mutual thing, or did one of you step to each other and say, let's do this together and make this serious?
It was more just like mutual. Like, I mean, we was already BBO before the music. Like, we was calling ourselves that before we even made the song with both of us on it. Like, we was already calling ourselves BBO.
Like a clique?
Yeah.
I see. Now, okay, you guys are a duo at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Have you encountered issues being a duo?
I mean, we've had issues where, like, some people, I don't know, they be trying to be funny, like, try to split us up on some little hate and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, or just want to work with, I don't know.
They try to just, like, make it a competition where it's, like, we a group. Like, people don't understand, like, we work together, not, I don't know.
So, you said it's on some hate stuff. Has anybody ever came to you from a musical standpoint saying, hey, you know what? And this is not some hate, but this is, we think one of you is good by yourselves. Let's try to sign one of you type of thing. Has that happened?
Not with no signs. Not with nobody trying to sign, but I don't know. People say, not really nobody important enough to where it would be like, to take them serious about it, like, because we're going to do our own thing regardless, like, that's what people fail to realize.
As a duo, sometimes creative differences can happen. How do you deal with that? Because it's two of you. So it's like, if one person thinks one way, another person thinks another. How do you guys get through something like that?
Well, it's like, we kind of balance each other out. Like, we put our ideas together and just...
We just come up, we just see what we both want to do and come up with, like, what seems best.
Like a
9
compromise?
times out of 10, we on the same page, so it ain't really no discussion.
Because if it was 3 of you, then there's always that one person that would break a tie.
Yeah.
But when it's just 2, I always wondered how that worked. If you both didn't agree on something. Has money ever gotten in the way between you two? I know sometimes that can break a duo up.
Yeah, but no.
What about a significant other? Somebody trying to holler at one person, that doesn't work, then somebody tries to holler at another.
That's every day.
That's
Because
some people fall out over stuff like that. Some
we
duos
don't take
can.
boys seriously.
Yeah.
They'll copy and paste the message.
It's like we already know what type time they on, so I don't know.
What about as far as egos? Sometimes in a duo, one person may have a bigger ego than the other person. Has that ever been an issue?
I'm humble, so.
We, like, I don't know if you in the zodiac signs.
Oh yeah.
But like,
we be into that.
My sign and her sign are like, I don't know, they're not opposites of each other, but they like the...
It just says like we balance each other out.
Yeah.
Like...
Compatible?
Because I'm a negotiable person, so I'm not gonna, I don't know.
And I'm always like ready to try something new, like I'm always down, like, I don't know. And yeah.
Just curious. As a duo, have either of you ever wanted to quit it? Never had a thought on that. Now, okay, you guys are besties, right? And there may be some things you like about one another and something that may just bug you. Let's start with something you like about one another. What's one characteristic or one attribute you like about one of the other?
I like your shoes. It's like, no.
I like your hair. Thank you. To be honest, you cute.
But nah, I like how, I don't know, like if I need to talk to somebody, I can just talk to her. Like, she willing to listen and tell me, good feedback.
Okay.
Just, I don't know.
I like that, I don't know, I can do anything with her. Like, we just...
Yeah, we never got to worry about, like, I don't know if she gonna want to do this with me or she gonna, like, it's always, we just do everything together.
I see. Okay, now on the flip side, what's one thing that bothers you or bugs you that the other person does? Not everybody's perfect, just curious.
Let's get mad easy.
I don't.
Okay, so maybe your temper.
They're not really mad, just like a little toot.
Little attitude.
Ooh, toot toot. You be doing that. Vice versa.
Oh, okay. So attitude for
Yeah.
both.
For both, yeah.
Okay, now let's say somebody's watching this, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be other female rappers or other rappers, because there's people that do partnerships or duos all the time, whether it's music or business or whatever, right? Any advice you would say to somebody watching this that wants to be a duo with somebody or wants to get together with somebody in some sort of fashion, music or not? Any advice you would share, generally speaking here, because circumstances could be different for everybody, but anything you would just say?
Just be fair.
Yeah, and make sure it's somebody that you really trust that's not gonna do no grimy shit to you, and that's really got your back, because you never know what somebody got going on.
And you just gotta, communication is key.
Yeah.
Because if you don't talk and express like what you want or what you want to get done, I don't know, you can't figure out what the other person is thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
you just
can be
gotta-
thinking some whole other shit,
Yeah.
and all on two different pages. Like,
And
it's
not
just-
even know.
Yeah.
So you gotta be communicative, if that's a word.